Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Return, and this is a new reimagining of the final chapter of Homer's Odyssey, and this is from director Umberto Pasolini, and this film focuses on those later years of Odysseus, played by Ralph Fiennes, who winds up washing up on Ithaca, back home, and his wife Penelope, Queen, played by Juliette Binoche, is swarmed by suitors, basically imprisoned. Their son, Telemachus, played by Charlie Plummer, is on the run from these suitors who are led by Marwan Kenzari's Antinous. And this film, which is a strong 2 hours, is a very serious, stripped down, more, grounded approach to telling a story that's very mythological. Like, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens on Odysseus' journey leading up to this point that's not really explored, it's not really focused upon, because this is very much for an epic poem adaptation. This is a very grounded, intimate kind of story. Pasolini takes a very raw and brutal tone to this. There's certainly some brutality on display in this film. I feel like this film has this overly serious tone where it kind of takes away some of the enjoyment of this story. But I see where it's going for. It's really trying to dig deep into the themes of war and grief and guilt and all of those things, and the fear of what those types of things can do to you and what they can change about you. I find this film a little overbearing in terms of its tone and its brutality and its seriousness, but in most of it I do think that it fits the story that it's trying to tell. I think Pasolini does a fine job. I think Rachel Portman's score is very strings heavy, very atmospheric and moody. Marius Penderu, who's the cinematographer, this is a gorgeously shot film. A lot of intimate close-ups and medium shots that really just linger on a character and allow the actor to sell so much. All these suitors, I think, are just they're just a bunch of cookie cutter, just random collection of characters that are more just like an amalgamation of people. Telemachus, I wasn't the hugest fan of, as a character, and by the end, his purpose just I need to be let to do my thing, and it's just but did you have to... There was so much that was put into this character for that to really just be the takeaway. And I don't know if Charlie Plummer really sold this character to me. I think Charlie Plummer can be a really talented performer in specific contexts. National Anthem, thought he was great. Here, kind of took me out of the film. But the 1-2 punch of Fiennes and Binoche, incredible. Fiennes has a physicality in this, and he's ripped. He's shredded. He sells this, and it's a fear and weariness of he's not the same warrior he used to be. He's a shell of a man, and you feel that in Fiennes' performance. And then when you get the big Odysseus moment towards the end of the film, where he finally reveals himself like the story says, and he goes off, and Fiennes sells the physicality. He's just such an incredible actor that really sells all the weariness and layers and complexities of this character. And Binoche brings a lot of emotion to Penelope, and she has to do a lot of heavy lifting, and I thought she was fantastic. Angela Molina, who plays Euryclea, I think is a really strong supporting piece into this film as well. I do feel like this could have been a leaner film, probably. It's just one of those kinds of things where it really takes its time building up to it, and in some moments that really works for building tension, and in other moments it just feels like let's move on here. This all does build up to, like, the last 20 minutes of this film are excellent. There's a lot of build up and a lot of building of tension, but, like, that payoff, both like thrills wise, acting wise, character moment wise, thematically, it all just comes together really effectively. And this is a fine film. And I think this is a brutal, mature film that takes a piece of a story and runs with it, and maybe feels a little stretched out, but overall really hits the mark. Like Odysseus' arrow. Haha! You're welcome. But those are my thoughts on The Return. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.